You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Ian Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for Modern Family. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Modern Family news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AfterBuzz TV for Modern Family.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Here we are. Thank you, thank you.
Yay.
Wow, wow. We bust in a lot of tourists from Venice.
Big welcome.
To applaud us. Welcome, AfterBuzz TV Modern Family Podcast. I'm Mario Hernandez, and full house in the studio.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's great.
Introduce yourselves.
John Comerford.
Tamara Berg.
And our special guest.
I'm Natasha Frakes.
Welcome,
Hey,
Natasha.
Natasha.
And if you could do me a favor, Natasha, and just go a little bit to your left. We're going to see
So
this
the
on
entire
camera. There we
world
go.
can see you.
Yes.
Nice.
Natasha
When we have a
World,
pretty girl
World
on the
Natasha.
couch, she needs to be seen.
That's right. That's right. Modern Family. Me jealous. Me. Actually, it's question marks, right?
Yes.
Me?
Jealous.
What?
What an episode. We had a lot of fun stuff. Actually, 4 plot lines this
Right.
week, which is rare.
Yes.
But all very good and all very exciting.
Very funny. Very funny.
What were your favorite moments of the show?
Well, I gotta say, I love Phil. He's got the 1 second delay down. I mean, everything that
good.
comes tripping out, it's almost like he's grabbing it just as
Yes.
it was like, what? I just said that out loud, didn't I? And he's always backtracking.
Right. Let me go again.
Yeah,
He says, "I wanna
exactly.
go again."
That was my favorite. I just, he's living the dream. Not my dream. No. I just love that he's on that 1 second delay.
Yeah.
I think it's terrific.
Well, do you know? I mean, do we know any guys like that that
No.
say things just off the cuff and
Never.
then immediately?
No.
Yeah.
No. Clearly well thought out. Most guys just they
Right.
don't.
Yeah.
Scripted, actually, most of them.
It's that, and then my other favorite moment had to be the dance.
Oh yeah, with Cam
The
and
little
Gloria.
tango
That's
Yeah.
my
Cam and
favorite.
Gloria, I thought it was
Yeah.
terrific. It was terrific. I mean, great physical comedy, but they were so. I mean, it was almost like Dancing with the Stars. You could have seen them actually do a tango.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's something in the body language too that just
yeah.
like obviously you can choreograph the closing of the
Yeah.
doors and everything, but there was almost a delight as you could see
Oh,
their
yeah.
bodies kind of transform and say we can
relished
do
it.
this and
yeah,
we can,
and without
have
saying
fun.
a word, they not only knew that they were all going to be okay and everything like that, but I just loved that there wasn't a word spoken. There was so much said with just the way they were looking at each other, the way they melded together and glided across. It was just terrific.
Right.
What was your favorite storyline?
Well, I really felt for Mitchell during the Booker
The
Bell
interview?
whole-
I mean, the meeting?
the meeting
In
in
the
the
cafe, diner,
yeah,
yeah.
because that that happens sometimes. You have your parents or somebody that's they kind of they get involved and you're just like, I'm at work, but to them it's their window into that world, into that celebrity or whatever it is you're doing, but also as a way of them kind of seeing you at work, and they're kind of proud of you, and there's that aspect of it that you kind of once again off the cuff, you immediately respond viscerally to it, and then it's like you think it through and you say, oh wait, yeah, no. I didn't
Especially
mean to
Mitchell, because he's
overreact.
always so embarrassed by his family,
Right,
about everybody,
right,
about
right.
everything, and then
Yeah,
here's
he
his
lives in a perpetual
dad.
state of embarrassment, and I understand that a lot. I do. Not about my family. No, not about my. No,
She
I
looked very
live.
intently.
Yeah,
when you
it's
said
like,
that.
I was
How's that?
glancing this way. I was looking at
right.
Maria's book. No, I live in a perpetual state of embarrassment.
Just,
I'm usually me embarrassing myself.
you're,
Have
you're
you-
just
oh, wow.
ready at any moment
just
to notice
know that-
Because I do.
because you embarrass yourself.
I'm going to do it in the next 20 seconds, undoubtedly. It
All
just
right,
happens.
so stick around.
Stick
never know.
around.
What about you, Natasha? What was your favorite moment?
I definitely liked the tango as well. I thought that was just so perfectly done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like one minute they were killing each other and falling all over each other, and the next second they were moving perfectly choreographed. I wonder how long it took them to
Yeah.
actually get that.
to get that down.
Yeah.
Well, the two of them, I think, are probably the most physically broad comedians on the show.
Yeah.
We've talked about the Lucille Ball aspect
yeah,
of Sofia
absolutely.
Vergara,
Yeah.
but
And anytime you see Cam run, I mean, they've done that
Right.
a number of times. They have him running down the street screaming and stuff.
yeah,
It's just,
Eric Stone Street is just kind of this master
Big
of just
guy,
like and
yeah.
you know these gestures, and you can tell when he's angry and when he's in a huff and when he's
Yeah.
and the whole
nothing
clown
close to the vest on that guy.
No, everything's right there, front and center.
Yeah.
But he actually, the reason why they have the clown aspect, he actually studied clowning.
Yeah,
in,
that's right.
in real life. So he is in fact a clown, as you can tell on the show. And if you saw him in Bad Teacher as well, he has a small scene in Bad Teacher, and he's hysterical.
School, actually, he came to my school and spoke to us, and he said that if he wasn't an actor, the one other thing that he would want to do is be a clown.
Oh wow!
He said that he always wanted to be a clown his whole life.
Wow, what school is that?
Loyola Marymount University.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're by where I live on the west side.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Us too.
All right.
My cousin goes to LMU
There you go.
right now.
All right. Shout out to the cousin.
Yeah. Hey, Haley.
I don't have any affiliation toward it at all.
Well, you do now by
Yeah.
But it's by marriage.
by
Yeah.
osmosis. So of course the main plot line was Greg Kinnear, who
Tad.
Tad.
It's Tad.
Oh, such a great name, right? Such
Tad.
a d-bag
He looks
name.
like a Tad.
He does. Yeah. But he plays Phil's new business partner, and so and I love that they don't show him right away, right? So he sets it up, and
Yeah.
first it's
How nervous Phil is.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta
get this account.
Yeah, I gotta do this. I gotta
make it. I gotta get it
and
good
then
with him.
In walks Greg Kinnear, who is just a great character actor and
Yeah.
comedian himself. And so then we wonder, well, what's the game going to be? What's the deal? And then
Because he can pretty much do anything.
Right,
You know, he can
right.
be the
Suave.
sort of suave, debonair leading man. He can be the silly, clowny,
Yeah.
Ridiculous guy. He can do anything. And yeah, there was that question when I heard he was on the show this week. I thought, well, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna bring us?
And we don't say anything. We just think it's Phil being an idiot.
Right.
We don't know anything until he's leaving.
Yeah. Building it up to nothing,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
it's the
Kisses on the
kiss on the lips.
Claire's reaction was great.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Just the,
Yeah, just
deer in
the
headlights was
frozen
wonderful.
kind
Like,
of.
what
Yeah.
was that?
Yeah. No. And it's Then they try to excuse it, of course, and maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's a cultural thing. He spent
Yeah.
time in Costa
But I
Rica.
love when he because didn't you see that? And he goes, "Of course I saw it. I lived it. It was a hug. I mean,
Yeah.
a handshake.
The handshake that
hug."
almost
He was
became a
that's
hug.
right. That became the joke. So there were two jokes going on, right? Yeah. It's just like, oh.
Yeah, I'm living the dream.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, so I am Mexican American, and my fiance is white, and so whenever I meet less affectionate cultures, shall we say, it's always a weird thing. And there's this kind of I think she told me when I hugged her father the first time I met him last year. I was like the second man in his life that he had ever hugged.
No.
Like the brother one time kind of blindsided him and kind of caught him off
Yeah.
guard. But it's like it's a very different thing. So I
Yeah.
actually met one of my fiance's aunt and uncle last night, and on the way there I had to be prepped. I had to, I was like, so what do I do with them?
Forget.
Do I do? And we actually hadn't
Quell
seen the
your
episode.
normal-
Yes. Yeah. I was like, do I kiss? Do I hug? What? And they're like, no, they're cool. Like you can just. So I did
You
just
did-
my usual.
you
So
did
I mauled him.
No handshake into a hug.
Nothing. No.
Nice,
I
nice.
just get, and then did a little, football, butt
Wow.
slap,
Pat on
just
the
just
butt.
for just to be like,
No.
Yeah.
No,
Because you're gonna be in
tongue or
all in the
anything.
same
no
family.
tongue.
Okay,
No
that's good.
tongue. No tongue. Tongue is for special occasions.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, not first meetings. But so I totally relate to that. So when I was watching it, I thought, what? The guy kisses on the mouth.
Yeah.
That's.
What's
I mean, but it's Greg Kinnear. So it could just be slimy Greg Kinnear.
I don't often have people kissing you on the mouth. I don't know.
We have a friend
We do?
who kisses me on the mouth every time I see him.
I don't. Really?
I'm not saying who.
I'm not even
I'm not
aware
even
of this.
telling
No,
you.
you gotta-
who.
you don't- see, you're not
I'm
aware
even
of
aware
this.
of this.
You do not even know.
Nothing passes by me. Is that teak? I don't even.
Well, that.
And you?
I
Are
feel
people
like it
kissing you on the
happens-
mouth?
I feel like it happens by mistake all the time.
What do they
you
do in
know?
Canada? In Canada, is
Yeah,
Canada
when-
very kissy?
yeah, is it-
In Canada, I guess it's all about the Eskimo kisses, probably.
So, but what
See,
about
I would
men?
rather have someone kiss me than to put their nose
Yeah.
up against mine.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You filthy Canadians. With your Eskimo kisses.
No, I think it definitely happens a lot by mistake, though, where you kind
Yeah.
of go in for the cheek and they go
And
in
you
for the other
catch-
side, and then you're both doing the little dance,
And then
and,
you
then it happens.
smack lips.
It just happens.
Yeah. I had an unfortunate incident a few weeks ago. I was doing some stand up and I was waiting to go on, and there was this drunk woman in the back of the room. And
Never a good sign.
yeah, right away, right?
Awesome.
Yeah, she
Great
showed up
lead-in.
to the event hammered. I think they just walked in off the street, actually. So she's there, and the comedian tells a joke, and she leans forward because I think she's laughing because she does like one of these, and instead she just face plants into the ground. So like we're just like, what? No, you know, the people in the front, the comedians don't see this. So then they come over, and a friend of mine was a doctor, and kind of just like, are you okay? Are you checking it for blood? Is she, no, she's just wasted. All right. So then there was this thing where she was making too much noise. It was just like, because we were talking to her, I just like, okay, we got to get her out of there. Either we need to call an ambulance or tell her to shush, so it was just kind of like, do you have a friend's number? Do you have, because like the guy she was with, she had just met at a bar. Anyway, the point of this story is that as I was saying, I was like, do
She
you
was
need
a
a
real-
doctor?
real prize,
it was
wasn't
it was a
she?
whole thing, right? I didn't even have time to be nervous, which was great, because then it was like, you're up. I was like, okay. But so I'm like, are you sure you don't need it? And she's like, no, honey, I'm fine. And then boom, kisses me on the mouth. So I was like, oh.
And that's when you could tell her blood alcohol level.
Yeah, so that's how. Now I'm wasted.
1.8.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, it was.
Contact
She was.
Our systems detect that a host has wandered off the subject. Please return at once. Our systems detect that
Hey,
a
we
host
were
has
talking
wandered
about
off
an
the
awkward
subject.
kiss.
Inappropriate kissing.
Is
Phil.
exactly the
Come
tone.
on, Phil. You remember kissing, don't you?
Yes. No, he's a hugger. We
he's a hugger?
established.
He's a
Yeah,
big
time
hugger.
hugger.
He's a big
Anybody
hugger.
that
He's
comes
hugged
here
me
should
twice
give Phil a
already
hug.
today.
Make
Yeah.
sure you give Phil a hug.
Long lingering hugs too.
All right, group hug in 10 minutes.
Yep.
During
Yep.
the commercial
Right.
break.
So-
Yeah.
So then we had the next storyline was there was the big sister.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
with Haley
Oh, my
becoming a
God.
big sister.
Yeah.
Because she classic Haley, right? She fills it out on a college application.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big sister.
Technically, I am.
Technically, I am, but she
Right.
capitalized it, and so
Capital
now they
B,
think-
capital S.
So now they think she's the real
BS.
deal, Big Brothers and Big Sisters of America.
I think I just got that.
Wow.
It's a
Welcome.
BS. Thank you.
Welcome.
I didn't, did they say that on the show?
Yeah.
I missed it on the show. I must have
Claire
been
said
writing
it.
something else. I can't
Capital
remember.
B, capital S.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I
Yeah.
didn't see
Yeah.
that part.
And
You were writing notes.
and Alex gets jealous.
Yeah.
Which is
little bit.
which is kind of rare because
Yeah.
they're usually they're going at it. They're
Yeah.
cats
Yeah.
and dogs, and for once
That's right. Well,
she's like,
I feel like she gets jealous a lot, though. Like, I feel like it's kind of like this underlying hidden story that she
Do you?
Yeah, because she always makes those little comments, or like, remember a couple episodes where they're lying in bed and
Oh,
she
that's
thinks that she's
right.
talking
Oh,
on the
and-
phone,
yeah.
or she thinks she's talking to her, and she's
Yes.
actually talking
and
on the
having a
phone.
deep conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
She like really does want to have that big sister.
She wishes, yeah.
So I think it's kind of funny that they played on that.
Right.
Now that Haley really is being a big sister, but not to her.
right, yeah, and to have that kind of that difference, right, in her mind. But in that case, in Haley's case, it's kind of almost opportunistic, right, because
Oh,
it's
everything
wants to
is.
fit, well, right.
you know, wherever
To
she
have
can-
it be part of her college,
Exactly.
thing, and Alex, who you're right, wants that kind of genuine sisterly commitment.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen. And then, of course, the nice button at the end when they dress up.
I thought Luke was
Betty Luke.
great when he goes in there and
That was
scolds him.
amazing.
I thought that was fabulous. I was like, right on, way to go, Luke.
Yeah.
Standing up for
And
yourself.
just for a
against those
second, I
mean
thought it got
girls.
through.
Yeah.
Just for a second,
Yeah.
I thought they were going to go down the road of having to get through to them. No.
Well, we see that all the time with Claire, right?
Yeah,
She tries to
exactly.
do her little kind of parenting mind
Yeah.
games, and she's like, "Yes, I got him." And then 2 minutes later, it's
all falling
back to
apart.
normal.
And then Betty Luke makes it.
Betty Luke was great.
Betty Luke.
That may actually
Betty
be my
Luke,
favorite moment in the show.
Oh, the Betty
When
Luke.
he's- when he's
the
dressed
reveal
up.
of Betty Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of my friends on Facebook actually said, no, it's not Greg Kinnear, who's my favorite new character on Modern Family. It's Betty Luke.
Betty Luke.
Nice.
Well, let's hope that Betty Luke makes a surprise appearance again at some
Yes.
point.
Poor kid.
That would be
making him
good.
dress up like
I
that.
love at the end that he didn't fight it. He was just
No,
resigned.
he had that, but that awkward smile he had on his face was really weird. It
Yeah.
made me laugh.
Well, everyone piles on him, right? Because he's the
Yeah.
baby. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
even the parents are like, "Hold still while I get the camera."
yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know that? Because you're almost the baby and you're
Yeah, I have a younger
sibling,
sister.
Did you
right?
get that? Did you get any? Were you?
No, my older brother. One of my brothers did. He's gonna kill me now.
You're
but,
one
yeah.
of how many kids? 7?
7 kids.
Okay. Sorry, I can't remember
So-
that all the
So
time.
somebody that's someone else
Well,
in your
see,
family.
we had we were poor. We had a lot of hand-me-downs, and
Right.
he just having his hand-me down came from my sister.
Oh.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, he's still in therapy.
Well, I was at a baby shower this past weekend, and we had to do baby photos for one of the games, and this one guy didn't have any because he was the youngest of 5.
No
He said
baby,
by
yeah.
Then,
No.
By then they weren't even taking photos
That's
of
the
the
truth.
kids. They were
There's
like,
one shot of me that they took just after the hospital. Then that's it. They're gone. Nothing
Yeah,
else.
then
nothing
not till
else.
you got
yeah,
into
exactly.
school.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, whatever. You know, we
like,
got-
you're lucky we let you live with us,
It's
kid.
right. How did he get in here? You got another? For crying out loud. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
tough.
poor Betty Luke.
Big family?
No, not really. It's just me and my brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you older or younger, the brother?
He's younger.
Okay.
So you dressed him up, right?
Did you pick on him?
Yes,
did.
I did.
You did.
I love to dress him up.
Ah! How much younger? How many years?
He's 17 months younger than me.
Wow, and you got
He
away
loved
with
it
it.
though. He
oh,
loved
really?
it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
that
wow,
was
okay.
like his way of like being able to play with me.
Uh-huh.
So
Right.
we used to do like little fashion shows for my parents.
Now, would you dress him in girls' clothes?
Yeah, yeah, in my
Oh,
dresses.
okay. All right.
Wow.
You have your own Betty Luke.
And at
Yes,
what
I
age has
do.
did that stop or has
Oh,
it stopped?
no.
What age?
Are you still doing it?
No.
17
Over the
or so.
holidays?
I think
Exactly.
he would kill me if I tried to do that to him now.
Wow.
Yeah, but we're
The
talking
things we
about
do
him.
to torture
And when he
our
got older,
siblings.
did he beat you up?
No, fortunately
Okay,
not.
That's good.
But that's what younger siblings are for, I feel like. Just to
yeah.
kind of play living dolls with.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Or beat on.
Now,
Yeah,
Take advantage of.
I got hit on a lot. I got like, beat up.
Beat
a lot.
on.
Beat
Yeah.
up a lot.
hit on.
It's now you get
Not
hit
hit
on.
on.
Now you get hit on. Back then you
That
got
way you beat on.
hit.
So,
Yeah.
But of course, the title of the episode comes from the fact that Cam and Mitchell move in, and little Lily move in with Jay and Gloria and Manny,
Yeah.
because their house is being fumigated, right? Whatever.
always happens.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, who cares?
But they move in,
Yeah.
and Cam takes the time to kind of rearrange things, as he says, to fix. To fix,
Like brings in the flour to brighten up the place.
right, to brighten
Right.
up the room and things
then
that
To make the kitchen make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know. Yeah.
To who?
Yeah, yeah. And so that becomes, and again, because they're such great physical comedians,
Yeah.
that kind of, that tension of that cattiness.
Yeah, I love the way
Yeah.
they started out. That they were giddy schoolgirls. They couldn't. They were loving.
Right,
It.
we're
We're
gonna
gonna
live.
finally get to spend some time together. 72 hours. It's gonna be so. Yeah, and then it just all goes to hell.
Has
the jealousy comes out.
Has to.
Yeah.
What's that classic plot line of having a family stay with you, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it seems like a good idea
3
at
days.
first.
They start
and
to be
then-
fish.
Yeah.
Or smell like fish anyway.
Smell like.
Well, that's I don't
That
make it
is,
up.
yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
So
Has,
Ask
any,
us
has
that.
anybody ever had any friends or family overstay their welcome?
how many years your sister?
Don't
know?
worry,
I'd
they're
rather
not
not
listening.
say.
How many years is your sister? What? Living?
No, not.
Nothing? Nothing?
Oh, my sister. I was thinking your brother.
Oh!
My brother would have been all of 2 days, and that would have been it. But
That was plenty.
Yeah.
I'm not saying which one. You have 3.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Right.
Sensitive
what's our next topic?
After Buzz TV, where happy homes go to dissolve. So and then the rare D storyline.
Yeah,
right?
how about
we
that?
got 4 of them this week, which is great. Was this Booker Bell? Which actually, sorry, if I could go back for a moment, the Manny subplot of
Right.
Cam,
Counseling people,
counseling people
right?
with
Yeah.
this fake story.
With Danielle and all her trials and tribulations
Right.
and how he tries to help her. Poor Danielle, just mistreated.
Yeah.
She has a rotten life.
Exactly, and it's not it's the Claire style
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
of parenting. It's
A little
the
manipulative.
yeah, coming up with some weird
Coming at
thing.
it obliquely.
Yeah,
Not head
but
on.
it ended up working.
It
because they
did.
it settled in. So
Yeah, that and the leopard print apron, I think that sealed the
right,
deal.
that actually that,
'Cause-
that helped things.
Yeah,
Yeah, nothing like a Band-Aid
Oh, yeah.
with the
'cause
leopard print.
Cam would just love something like that.
Yeah, yeah. So sorry. So the last plot line is indeed the Booker Bell, who is
Right.
this drive time DJ that Mitchell is working with on something.
Yeah,
And,
some land thing.
some
But again, who cares?
Who cares? But and Jay, who's a big fan, kind of intrudes on the
Right.
business meeting, which of course mortifies Mitchell, because he's supposed to be this serious lawyer and doing this serious deal.
Yeah.
And kind of hurts Jay's feelings, and they have this cute little thing with the pranks, and they
Yeah.
prank Jay, which is really cool.
Yeah. I like they started out with the lawyer jokes.
Yes.
Because who doesn't love a good
That's
lawyer
what
joke,
you're
right?
saying. Anytime you can throw one in there and have it make sense, it's fun.
And from a comedy writing perspective, I feel like whenever you want to start with the premise and then kind of reverse engineer it and say, how can we show? So it's if we want if we want Jay to explain how proud he is of Mitchell,
Right.
you know, so let us start at the exact opposite point, and let's have
Yeah.
him, you know, just be busting his chops the whole time with
Right.
lawyer jokes, and then say, you know, well, I kid because I care.
Right.
You know, it's the reason
and
why.
mockery is the sincere
It's
form
the
of
sincere form of flattery. Which I immediately turned to my fiance. I said, "See, because you know,
It's true.
It's that. For me, it's that East Coast versus West Coast kind of
Exactly, yeah.
sensibility. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, in Brooklyn, where I moved here from, it's like, you know, you bust balls. That's what
That's
you
what
do,
you
and,
do.
that's, and you do that amongst your friends. The
Yes,
more you
you
do
do.
it, the closer you are to
Sure.
them. And out here,
That doesn't.
It doesn't fly out here?
I have
No.
several
See, 'cause I-
classic stories of how it hasn't worked for me.
It was-
Oh my
'cause
God.
it's 7 kids. That's all we did was just bunch of
Right,
you know,
right.
So I'm used to it all the time. But
Sure.
I grew up all over, so it wasn't. But most of my friends, especially in California, they're okay with it.
Yeah.
I haven't experienced that. Is my point.
there's a literalism, I feel like, here in
Yeah.
California that people, you know, they don't get
They don't get
subtext,
it when
they don't
you're-
get irony.
They, don't get that. Maybe that's the problem.
I think that's it. I should be living on the East Coast.
There you go.
Because I just offend people. You know, I do, and I think
Not
I do
trying to,
think
she's trying to joke.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
I'm
no, I get
joking.
it.
You know, really, you're still single. You know, and they're like, that really hurt my feelings. Oh my God, are you kidding?
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Have you experienced that here? I don't know how long
You
you've
know
been in
what?
California.
I've never heard the mockery is the finest form of flattery.
Right.
I've heard imitation is
Yeah.
the finest
Yeah.
form of
Right,
flattery,
right,
but I've
right.
never heard that. And I think I should start telling my friends.
Yeah, I
that.
think we
you
should
go.
spread that one
I'm kind
around.
of the one who always does that.
Are you the same way that let's
Yeah.
let's get
You're
it
the
going?
mocker,
I
not
think
the
we
mockee.
should.
I am the mocker.
She's the mocker, not the
Okay,
mocker.
so-
Yeah, but do you get in trouble for it?
Yeah, I do.
See,
I do.
but I think that's a gender thing. I think it's because women can't pull off sarcasm in a certain way the way men can. Would you like to comment on that, having seen it happen in real life?
Why, yes, I would.
I sense that's not sincere, although I have no idea why.
All right, fine. You're not going to support me. I understand.
No, I think that's partially true. I think you're right. So obviously, anytime you do something like that, it's the giver and the receiver, right?
Yeah.
So it's if you're already dealing with a population that doesn't get irony to begin with, and then if you're female, I guess where you're kind of expected to be
More nurturing, all that other
Yeah.
You're not expected to actually be sarcastic.
Be
Right,
funny,
right.
even.
Well, that
Really?
was actually the point behind Christopher Hitchens' infamous Vanity Fair article, "Why Women Aren't Funny."
Right.
It's not this idea that that women don't have the capacity to be funny, but that in certain social situations,
Yeah, they're not.
it's seen as less feminine.
Yep.
And therefore, they might not take that chance to be funny, or they might not, because they might be perceived as masculine, frankly, because humor is considered a masculine trait. So there might be some truth to that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like such an ancient thing to say, though. It's like saying that women are supposed to be like submissive and mysterious and quiet.
Yeah, but you're a
you know?
girl.
Amen, sister.
you would say that
I
you're a
totally
girl.
agree with
Yeah,
you.
I feel like that's.
Girls rule, boys drool.
No, but that's the
Over
idea
girls.
is that if that is the prevailing feeling within society, that is why maybe some people might not take it or that way, and that's why when you see someone like a Melissa McCarthy or a Cameron Diaz or a Charlize Theron, where they do these kind of outlandish, Juno, they do these kind of outlandish roles. They're kind of seen as these like kind of weird and
Yeah, exactly. But I
gross.
think that's the point. They usually are on the periphery. They're not the periphery. They're on the outlier, basically. They can't just be a woman, a regular person being funny. They have to
Right.
be on the
They have to be
outlandish side. They have to
bawdy
be,
and-
then then society can laugh at them.
Right.
And
They're
also,
that
they're
crazy.
often not pretty. I mean, that's more accepted for
Right.
It's easier to laugh at it.
a woman who's bigger or has a big nose or
Yeah.
has exaggerated something to be perceived as funny, because then it's okay because she's not super feminine.
Right.
To just put it on. Wow, we got serious with Modern Family, didn't we?
Well, let's go to commercial real quick, and then when we come back, we'll do some predictions and some
Right
other
on.
deep thoughts on the Modern Family
Let's do.
podcast.
Deep thoughts.
After Buzz TV.
Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And, like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about? And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Make sure you're hopefully watching us on our website, AfterBuzzTV.com.
Yes.
Following us on Twitter, all that good stuff. So
Yes.
some predictions for the upcoming weeks of Modern Family. Anyone?
I got nothing.
Well, the one thing we talked about last time was that the election and her.
That's right.
When we were hoping that they were going to continue that plot. I'm still.
Right.
They will. They must.
Yeah,
they have to.
They have to because they didn't resolve it in any way, and
Right.
just to drop it. But because I just love the storyline.
And of course, I feel like Claire should win because otherwise, then why bring it up?
Yeah, exactly, and put her in that world. And
Yes.
see how she deals with that. And the whole thing. And
So she handles the city government better
yeah,
than
better
she
than
does
she
her
handles
own
her own
Household.
I just love the idea of putting the control freak in a place where she can't control it.
Right, where it's
Yeah,
or in
it's all up
control
to
of
voters.
silly things like
Exactly.
permits or
Stop signs.
what are stop signs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Natasha, what do you think? Any things that you would like to see maybe in the upcoming weeks?
Definitely some Valentine's Day stuff. I'd like to see that. I'm sure they'll do something.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to see what they would plan for each other for Valentine's Day
Okay,
between the couples.
right, and of course have it go completely off the rails.
Exactly. Yeah.
Smooth.
Like
smoothly.
Christmas did, that Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Right.
Which was very silly.
Express Christmas. That's right.
Express Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, I think I would like to see maybe having some of all the cameos kind of make one big. I don't know, maybe like
A convergence of
season finale.
cameos?
A convergence of cameos. Greg Kinnear and have them all kind of work together. But if he's going to be Phil's business partner, I think
We'll have him come in.
we'll
if
have
he
him come
wants
in
us.
and out.
He is going to continue. Is he going to be in more episodes? Do we know?
Well, he said he'd give him the listing or whatever it was that he was doing. So hopefully we'll see more of that.
I would love that.
Ellen Barkin is going to be on an upcoming episode or two.
Oh, fantastic.
So they've got it's a hot show. So I'm sure that
and
there's
who
no
wouldn't want to be
lack
on
of-
it? I mean,
Yeah.
crying out loud.
Yeah. So maybe even one more Ellen Barkin is kind of outside of the norm, like a really kind of unexpected cameo. I think would be really great. Somebody maybe an actor who's known for very serious stuff coming on and being a complete wackadoodle.
That would be fun. That would be really fun.
Wackadoodle. You heard it here first.
Wackadoodle. Well, thanks so much for joining us, guys,
Yeah,
and welcome
happy to be
Natasha.
here.
Thank you.
Welcome
Real
from
quick.
Canada.
Real quick before
here we
you
go.
guys wrap up, I do want to say this. For those of you listening, Valentine's Day is coming up. These guys show you so much love week in, week out. So show them some love by telling your friends. That's all we ask for in return. So that's the biggest Valentine's Day gift you can get. And now, common misconception, you think by telling your friends that we're giving you less love. That's not true, right, Mario? We have infinite amount of love to give to our fans.
That's right. We have it stored in the garage out back.
It's a big garage.
That's right.
all the
It's
left-
big.
Self-perpetuating love. We
It's all
just-
our-
That's right.
We just
So-
let it like rabbits. It just.
It just keeps
So
going.
there you go. You
So
get the
much love.
concept.
Going and
I'll let
growing.
you guys wrap out.
Thank you so much for listening, Natasha, Tamara, Chris,
John.
Why did I just call you Chris?
That's
Because I wanted to get the bam, bam, bam.
That's a good guess.
well,
It's a four-letter word. Yeah.
I am Peter. I'll say, then I'll mess up my
Yeah,
own name too.
okay.
I am Peter Smith. As always, Modern Family. Tune in next week, and make sure you follow us on Twitter. Make sure you are also listening to our other shows. We're going to do the Saturday Night Live show next, and we're also going to be doing the Hugo Oscar.
We're doing Hugo at the
Big
Oscars, three of us.
Oscars.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. Saturday Night Live. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you, Phil, in the booth. We'll see you next time.
Right on.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.